next song I would say that that meant a lot to me. Growing up in Texas, I was a kid in high school when George Strait came out, and George Strait was it. I mean, he was the Holy Grail, and I always wanted to have a song recorded by him. And pretty much went to Nashville, and every song that I wrote, I was geared, pointing it at George Strait, trying to get on a George Strait record. That was the like I said, the Holy Grail. And so years rocked on. I don't remember how many years I was there. It might have been 15 years into my time in Nashville. They called me up and said, "Hey, George Strait's cutting your song, A Better Rain." It was like hearing Frank Sinatra sing one of your songs. I mean, he is the undisputed king of country music, and there'll never be another that great. And to think that a little country boy from Lampasas, Texas could get a song cut on his record, it was just, it meant the world to me, and still does. About, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, recently, I played at a retirement party for a friend of mine that retired from the military, and there was a girl there, and she sent me this message and told me, she said, "David, I met you the other day and I told you that Better Rain meant a lot to me, but I really didn't tell you why." And she said, a few years ago, she said, "My husband and I had everything in the world. We had cars, we had houses, we had money and success and all of this stuff." She said, "I had this emptiness inside me and I didn't know why." And she said, finally, after several years of trying to do it, she said, I packed everything and I left. And she said, "I don't know why I left." She said, "I just packed up and I left and I went to France." And she said, "I was in Paris, France." And she said, "Your song, I found it in Paris on the internet." And she said, "I got that song." And she said, "I listened to that song when I was driving in my car, sometimes actually walking in the rain." The song being A Better Rain, it's going to find that thing, something better, and hope that the person that you hurt, that you left behind, will forget and move on and find their better rain. And she said, I walked with tears in my eyes in the rain, and I listened to that song over and over and over. And she said, "I just wanted to let you know that I found my better rain. I finally got back to Texas. I met a man that I'm dearly in love with." And she said, "I've never forgotten that song. It really helped me get through that time in my life." And there's been a lot of stories like that. And the songwriters were so small compared to our songs. And I feel honored. Those two songs both were things that meant a lot to me. I tell you, now after leaving Nashville and coming to Texas and getting back home and smelling this hill country air and just getting back to this place where I feel like my family's here, it's where my roots are. I'm a 5-generation Texan,